Man, we have like started this like 7 times.
We have, and we're back. It's been forever. I was busy. I pulled a Steve from Blue's Clues that went and got a college degree,
I
and
know,
then
right?
then I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and then we just both ended up being busy for a while, and now we're back.
Yeah, we're back with a new show. It's not just my show now. It's Scratch That. Let's talk about this. I don't
Oh
know what
my,
we're
did
gonna
you?
talk about.
That's cool. I actually dig that. I'm excited for this. I you did not give me any insight on what the name of this was gonna
Well,
be.
I thought I told you in like a text. I'm like, hey, dude, what about that? And you were like, awesome.
You probably did. I probably forgot.
I swear to God, I told you this like a month ago.
I probably forgot. Let's be real.
Bro,
I've
just
been
like we all forgot about Gus Johnson, which we'll talk about later. We're not gonna start. Let's start with the happy thing, shall we?
Silk Sonic. An evening with Silk
The
Sonic.
happy
Yes,
part of the
this
show.
came out a while ago, and now Now it's finally our time to talk about it.
I know you got all educated over here, and I'm
I
just
did.
like,
I listened to it again.
I deserve to be.
It's such a good song. That whole album's great.
Well, I think what's an interesting thing before we get into the track listing is how this album is such like a tribute
To like
to like the
70s
70s, 60s,
era of
Bootsy
like.
Collins, George Clinton era of like music. Obviously, it's not in the vein of like Childish Gambino's album. But this is a little bit more playing into like the jokey side,
Kind of like a
parody, but also like serious at the same time because obviously having Bootsy Collins there to like narrate the whole album.
yeah.
Oh, that's a great review we just did.
Honestly, I really love this album. I was excited for it when it was gonna come out, and I picked it up as soon as I saw CD copy. So I was gonna buy it from the website itself, and I noticed it was cheaper at work, so I just picked it up at work.
I wanted a vinyl, but we'll see.
People have been making bootlegs, and
you know what I'm very upset about? The fact that they keep making CD singles.
They did.
And they're
that
teasing it as if it's like a 7-inch vinyl, and I'm like, bro,
I saw that.
just do it already. Just do it already.
What was it for? Smoking Out the Window?
They did it for
I think Smoking Out the Window.
Leave the Door Open. They also did it for the Silk Sonic intro as well. They did do it for that as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh no, you got distracted by the cat.
I did get distracted.
Don't worry, we'll have a cat counter so you can tell how many times the cat comes in here.
Or distracts us. Newsflash, it's probably gonna be more than 15.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to like cut this up as if it's like a super like Logan Paul podcast. Oh no, the cat.
No,
we're
please
not
don't,
gonna do
please don't make it a Logan Paul thing.
But yes, Silk Sonic, an evening with Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I think I'm a little more familiar with Anderson .Paak than Paak. It's one or the other. I don't know.
I'm a little more familiar with Bruno Mars. My brother absolutely loves Bruno Mars. I kind of grew up a little bit on Bruno Mars, so like in the earlier days, I was I think in middle school.
This is going to be an interesting conversation because I'm familiar with both artists, so this was a little treat for me. But you're like, I just like the music.
I'm just here for the music. You're obviously there for both the artists, and I think that's cool.
Well, what's very interesting about this group is it dates back to like 2017, somewhere around there, as like a joke. Like they said, oh, we're gonna like make a band, Silk Sonic, and I guess Bootsy Collins was the one like, hey, you guys could make this legit and actually make some like legit music here, and make like great music. What I think really works about this is Bruno is like a talented singer who's really good at like doing many styles, and Anderson is also a really good MC, but also he's a good vocalist as a singer as well,
And a really good lyricist. Comes with a lot of catchy lines.
And for me, what it is this album has personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has their personalities. They like bounce. The chemistry is off the charts.
That was like the one thing I was worried about. I was worried about maybe the music was going to sound too good, but they would not have too much chemistry with each other. That's what I was so worried about.
Interesting. Interesting.
I was glad it went off as well as it did. Because like this is going to be one of the most iconic duos of all time. Hopefully they make another album.
I think they're going to make another album.
I hope so.
They're going to make us wait for it again.
More than likely.
But it is what it is. We have a catalog of great Bruno albums and Anderson albums as well. So, But shall we discuss the Silk Sonic intro, which there isn't really much to talk about?
I think it's an underrated little track. It's cute. Obviously, I'm not going to put it in my playlist, but if I want it in there, I'll put it in there. I'm not going to have a bad time with it. It's a great little intro. It's cute. It's adorable. It sets the tone of the whole album. And I just love that Bootsy Collins is narrating it. It's like, yeah, this is my band. We're about to give you we're about we're about to give you a special we're about to give you a special little evening. I'm like, Bootsy Collins, you absolute mad lad. I love you. He's a national treasure. We must protect Bootsy Collins at all cost.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because one, he's an awesome musician on his own, and he wrote so many good songs that people just like know from movies. We got the funk, which I think that was mostly actually written by George Clinton. People get confused about that one.
Yeah, I'd Rather Be With You is one of my favorite tracks. The track he did with Tyler and Kaliukas, After the Storm, that was a really good song too.
Well, I just love that he can literally narrate a song for like a second and get like a check off that. It is the most beautiful thing ever.
Bootsy Collins just does what he wants at this point. I'm not gonna tell him not to do things.
Of course, I would like pay him $1 million just to literally step in the room. Like, oh my God, it's Bootsy Collins.
Oh my God, it's Bootsy Collins. Oh my God, he's wearing gray sweatpants. So hot.
But yeah, this really does set the mood for like, okay, we're gonna have some like fun here, but this is gonna be legit music at the same time.
Oh yeah,
like, this is gonna be a fun ride. We're gonna have a good time. This is a tribute to like the 70s, George Clinton, all that good stuff era. And then we jump into
Leave the Door Open.
I think this would be more better like if you listen to the album without hearing the singles. Obviously, I heard the singles.
Everyone
Leave
has
the
at this
door
point.
open.
It was weird that one of the tracks later on that we're going to discuss ended up releasing maybe like a couple days before the album came out. I'm like, what's the point? You've released more than half the album at this point. Just drop it already. But that's a different story.
Right.
Different like.
And this was the first single, I believe, because what's weird about this is
they released it with the intro. They released the intro and then Leave the Door Open.
I thought that was a weird decision to like drop the intro and this track at the same time. I thought that was very strange, but it is what it is. Even oddly enough, I think there's a live version of this as well that has Bootsy Collins on it, but Bootsy Collins is not on this track specifically, which is very interesting. That's just an interesting little tidbit there. But yes, I'm going to leave the door open for the comments you have.
Oh, I love this track. This is my most streamed song. Yeah, this is my most streamed song on my Apple Music, replay, whatever it's called for Apple Music. I know you guys.
Oh, no, it's 6-9 for me. I'm kidding. Please don't come.
But like, this ended up being my number one track because me and my brother just ended up loving this track so much. It's a good track. I never grow tired of it. Every time I'm like, oh, let's leave the door open. Then I end up listening to the whole track all over again. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I love it so much. This is why it's number one for me. I never have a bad time listening to this song. I think this is what really sold me on like the music, because like I heard the first track, I'm like, wow, they are really good together, and this is really fun. I hope the rest of the album is like this. I got scared, man. I was like
scared. You were
because
shook.
no, because I was starting to grow expectations for myself, and I'm like, what if they're not met? And I literally told myself like 5 minutes later, bro, shut up. Just have fun with the music, whether or not it's gonna be like super great. Just have fun with it, because you had fun with this track. So I think even like a month before the album released, I jokingly went up to my brother. I'm like, dude, watch, this album's gonna suck. And then,
Really?
And he's like,
I had no like
watch, this album's gonna suck. He's like, you're probably right with this point, with like how they're releasing the tracks like weirdly. But no, we were both proven wrong.
That's so interesting to hear, because like my expectations were, no, I have faith in both artists. This album is gonna be awesome.
As more singles released, I felt more and more stupid for saying that, like, watch, this is gonna flop. But now,
That's so interesting that that's what you thought, because in my head, all the singles were like charting super high.
So I know
everything was
and I
pushing them
singles
for success.
Yeah, every time another single came out and more of it came out, I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Well, if we listen to Fantana, this album's like a 7, but like,
nah,
we don't listen to the Sir Mellon.
We don't listen to that
He's
flannel boy
for some reason. I don't know.
The flannel man.
Flannel man.
Yes,
but fly is me.
This was my favorite. This was my favorite track for the longest time, and it's still a great track. Not my favorite now, but still one of my favorites. I absolutely love this track. I don't know what it is about it. It just makes me want to bounce and groove around for like.
Yeah, it makes me want to go to Target and like buy some vinyl.
Target sweaters. You gotta buy Target sweaters, man.
Target, Target.
Target. That's their. I hate that. That's what their clothing brand is actually called.
Is it actually called Target?
Yeah,
I was
that's
joking, but
that's
okay.
like what their clothing division is called. It's called Target. Believe it or not.
The only reason I've ever gone there is because you like pushed me to go there to get vinyl, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go grab Marvin Gaye.
I didn't get Kendrick. I was upset that I didn't buy Kendrick that one time.
Is it not there anymore?
I don't know. I kind of want to see, but I
Dang's
never
a
have
pretty
enough.
good album.
I never have enough time.
It's,
So
it's objectively like his most commercial album. Okay, let's not get into that.
we're not going to talk about Kendrick yet. Not yet.
Yeah, Flies Me. I think what's very interesting is this is the most like cookie cutter, like, you know, it's definitely designed to be a hit record.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not, like, you know, that was the intention, I'm not sure. I saw some people saying it was like an Old Navy commercial, which after somebody said that, I'm like, okay, I see it.
I kind of see it.
I still love the song.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
I still will automatically hear myself, like, catch myself singing, I deserve to be with somebody as fly as me.
Somebody this fly.
See, that hook is so catchy.
It's so great. Like, honestly, each track is so memorable in its own unique way. I just never have a bad time listening to this. I'm so happy I picked this up on CD, and like
I know. Go ahead and grab it at Walmart.
I know
weirdest place to grab an explicit record is at Walmart. That is the weirdest place.
That was like they didn't carry explicit records for like a while, man, and now they're doing it. It's
yeah,
weird.
what's weird is on like vinyl they have them, a lot of them, but like CD, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's usually newer ones that they have, not like
older ones. Yeah.
You know, they don't have that.
Mm.
Yes.
After Last Night with Thundercat and Bootsy Collins. This is my favorite track.
This is the point of the album where like there's kind of a recurring story in the next couple tracks of like a relationship going well and then progressing, and we'll get into that once we get into the next track. But I think this is a very interesting track because this won't appeal to everybody because it's more laid back than the last couple tracks. This is
the last ones are more kind of upbeat, more really trying to get up there in the charts. This one's kind of more, I wouldn't say that. It's more of like a old school slow R&B chill song, and I love it. I love this track. This is my favorite one off the whole album.
If I had a nitpick, I wanted more Thundercat.
I know you mentioned you wanted more Thundercat and Bootsy. I was fine. I kind of agree with you. I wish we had more Thundercat. Is it weird that we had more Thundercat in the Book of Boba Fett than we did in this album?
Oh, well. I mean, I guess I already knew that. I haven't seen... Have you been actually watching it?
I have not, but he posted about it. Thundercat posted about it. Put up the image, editor Andrew.
Yeah, he's been in the show. I know that he officiated it. I have only seen the first episode, so, you know, I'll try and get up to date on that. Even Danny Trejo is in the Book of Boba Fett.
That's amazing. Danny Trejo canonically is the first Mexican in space. I'm kidding. I don't think so.
I don't know how to feel about that. I'm like,
if that's true, Danny Trejo is a legend for that.
Well, he's just literally Blade in space at this point. Then, just fine, you know.
You know, he's Machete in space.
Machete.
Get it right. Get it right.
Yeah, he's Blade. You know,
Mexican Blade.
Yeah, he is the Mexican Blade.
But no, I have a story about it after last night. One time I was chilling with all my friends, because my friends had just come down. My friend Josh had come down for the winter for, winter break, for Christmas break and all that. We're hanging out. This track, I'd like cue up this track, because we had asked Josh, hey, have you heard that Silk Sonic album? He's like, maybe I can't remember too well. So I put on After Last Night, and we all just start jamming to it. We all just start singing along to it. He's like, and then by the end, he's like, yeah, I know this track. I've heard this song before. And so it was so much fun. We had a lot of fun just vibing and chilling and just singing. We were all singing separate parts of the song. I was doing the Bootsy Collins kind of backgrounds. My friend Ethan, he was like singing the main hook, and Josh was kind of following along to the instrumentals. It was really, really fun, and honest to God, it's my favorite track, and it's my friend Ethan's favorite track.
That does sound like a fun time, actually.
It does. Yeah, honestly. It was so much fun. Like I said, I only have really good memories when it comes to this album, because like I was also worried at the time, like when I was still like working on my schoolwork and all that, I was blasting this song, and I saw that my grades got posted and they went up. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is my luck album. It's literally my lucky album.
Sign that you should buy Silk Sonic on. Yes, we're not sponsored, by the way. It's just a good album.
We're not sponsored by Anderson .Paak's, Bruno Mars, but we just really want this album to do really well, because we love this album.
Yeah, no shit, it's doing really well because these dudes are.
We want it to do better. Wait, we
We're
want
not gonna
this.
cross the streams here. We're not
No,
gonna
don't
do
cross
that.
the streams. Jesus.
No dunking mics. We don't do that. But yes, now we progress to the sad part of the album.
The big sad.
Smoking out
Out
the
the
window.
window.
This is where we transition, from yes, about last night, being in love and all that.
Like, damn.
Bitches cheated on me.
This bitch got me paying for trips. Diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist, and here I am alone.
It's funny to me. This is the one that became the most of the meme because of the whole Anderson. He just like
Anderson
on the floor dying.
Well, no, that people pointed that out later. What became a meme was Bruno Mars pretty much, saying that line I just did, and people going back to when his earlier works, like I'd catch a grenade for him. Like, what happened, Bruno? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Someone hurt Bruno Mars, and that's not okay.
Well, the thing is, I think most of this album is just fictional. I think people are taking it way too literally. Like, this
because he does talk about love, like literally, like 2 more tracks later.
Because literally the next track, literally physically and put on a smile, he's literally just going, put on a smile. So, like, yeah, if anybody's expecting, this song to be serious, I think you're missing the fact that this is, like, kind of half joking and half being serious. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is, I think this is the number one misconception about this record is people don't understand there is kind of a humorous side to some of these songs.
Yeah.
And whether or not you laugh with the record, I don't know. Humor is subjective. So if you don't find that part of it funny, that they're kind of laughing along with, making fun of, like, tributing this style of music, you might not have a good time with this record. And I would not recommend you listen to this. If you are into these artists, then you will totally be into this song.
If this is like kind of your first exposure and you liked it, please, listen to their own independent stuff or listen to features they've done. One of my favorite ones from Bruno is shit. That's what I like. I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank.
That's what I like.
That's what I like.
That one that I like. That's what I like.
Yeah, Uptown Funk. There's a lot of good ones. Definitely check out Anderson .Paak stuff too. His feature on that song from Divine Feminine. Dang, it's really good. I really like it.
Yeah, let's not bring down the mood.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's actually no. I didn't mean that. Well, the funny thing about Dang is that was actually written as a song to be about somebody dying, but they reworked it to be a love song, which is interesting.
I still think
you can hear it both ways if you listen to it.
I at first I initially heard it as a love song, and then you pointed out like, oh, this was originally kind of written about death, and I heard it again, and I'm like, yeah, I see it. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's a good song.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Silk Sonic. We should put on a smile.
This is a really good track. It's kind of a little slower and a little more like kind of saddening, but it kind of gives off a hopeful vibe that the relationship will work out. It's cute. I think it's nice.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much more we can add to that one. Yeah, it's kind of like ending that story basically. Well, no, that's not true. It's going into the next song.
Skate and blast off, and maybe a little bit of 777.
But yeah, it's just this nice little track of put on a smile.
Which, by the way, we're already halfway through this album. This album is very short. It's like 9 tracks.
It's a 30-minute somewhere around there. It's a very short album, which was also a complaint that some people have.
I don't have a problem with it because I'm just kind of used to that with Bruno Mars projects. He's always made really short albums that have been just mega hits. So I didn't really.
Some of the earlier works were a little bit longer than that.
Not much.
They're not like super like long. They're not like an hour. Like I don't know if I could handle an hour of Bruno going, "I love you."
Who knows? Maybe he'll release an hour-long album and
he'll release his Donda.
He'll release his Donda Deluxe. His Donda Deluxe.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? He just sings Donda.
I gotta ask, are we gonna ever review Donda Deluxe? Probably not. Unless you want to.
You really want? Yeah.
It's up to you. It's your
shit too. Donda Deluxe. I wouldn't mind discussing that. I have things to say, like positive things to say, but also negative things to say about that in comparison to the original Donda. But I'm not gonna segue into that right now.
Yeah.
But you know what?
777.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. I'd love this. This track, like in terms of like the story they're trying to tell, makes the less amount of sense, but it's the most fun. Like I said, I never have a bad time with this album. This one, kind of doesn't feel like it fits that all too well in terms of the story that they're trying to tell. However, I still think it's a welcome addition because I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback off that. It's a pretty good like way to
It's fun.
segue the album a little further. You have some fun now. You know,
This is really fun. It's just cute.
it gets a little more upbeat in this track, and it's like, yeah, do. You know, it's just, for me it was like a filler track. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. It's a good song. I like it. It's kind of in the middle for me.
I love it.
It's not my favorite though.
Like I said, I pretty much love almost all this album. I think I love the whole thing. Honestly, I don't have a bad time with it.
I do love it though. Like from
a fun point, yeah, it's just fun. It kind of goes up there with Sunflower, kind of being a song about nothing that just you like for no reason.
Yeah.
Your words, not mine.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
On the podcast?
No.
Episodes?
No, when we were hanging out one time.
No, I mean that song is about something, but like not really. Like Sunflower is not really. It's not a very well written song,
but it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's well produced and all that. But like I love how we're segueing about other songs that aren't even on this album.
I know. Anyway,
so we should skate along and finish this album, right?
Finally, good puns for once. I come back from getting a college degree, and you come back, with good jokes for once.
Yeah, I've educated myself on how to be. Well, there's got to be somebody who's got to take over the Gus Johnson reign, man. Come on.
My God. Skate. This one was another one that was released as a single. We did not talk about Smoking Out the Window. That one came out like maybe a few days before the album did, and a lot of people were like, "Dude, just drop the album. Don't give us another single." This late into the album, nah.
No, but I was originally going to avoid it because it was going to come out a couple days, but I'm like...
You can't. It was everywhere. So
the memes were already taking over.
Exactly.
Just like the memes for this one were taking over because so many people with Skate were literally like making memes about how it sounds like something at a skate rink, which I think is the vibe anyways. That's the whole point.
I like it. They played a lot at Walmart. It's weird.
You know what's interesting about this track is this is the one that has the least amount of like humor to it. That's why I think I love it so much. Is because you can put this on in any setting and anybody can appreciate how good it is. Like obviously, they're the only jokey section of this is that they're kind of making fun of, the skate to me, babe. Obviously, that's like kind of like a little bit of a jokey thing that they're doing. But
yeah, it's corny. It's cute. I like it.
I just absolutely adore how corny and like fun it is though, because skate to me, baby. And
skate.
Having Anderson be the lead in this song really worked.
There are so many moments where Anderson's leading, and I really adore that because I was out here like expecting like a mostly Bruno led kind of thing with like moments of Anderson backing up, but no, they each have their own moments in the spotlight. They share the right amount of time, and they're on the right amount of. They're on the right amount.
No, that was actually like a gag that they were asking in interviews, and they were like, no. We tried to have like even, screen time because we're both like talented artists. Oh, wow. Funny. There was like rumors of them like beefing or something, not finishing the album. It's
I think
like,
it was
no.
Like after release. I think Anderson like tweeted, "Oh man, I made the wrong duo album with the wrong pop artist because Taylor beat them." Taylor's big. I'm sorry if you didn't expect Taylor to,
I like Taylor Swift, all right. So.
I like Taylor. I don't hate her. I like her a little bit more than Kanye, but I'm still gonna stream Silk Sonic. So
just please support the Taylor versions, not the ones she doesn't own. I'm just putting that out there. Sorry if I'm offending anybody for actually supporting Taylor Swift.
You're gonna have all the people on Kanye West fans gonna be like, "I made that bitch famous."
I don't mind Kanye
I made that
either,
girl
but that's a whole other conversation to get into. Where I don't know if I want to talk about that right now.
Not now.
Not necessarily happening.
Kanye, the game. That song sucks.
Oh, you're talking about Easy? I don't want to talk about that.
That song sucks.
I don't want to talk about that.
Mm-mm.
Which, okay, yeah. Now magically, all of a sudden, when it's Pete Davidson, okay, I guess we're gonna talk about it.
No, I haven't heard it, but I have not heard it, but I heard the beat and I heard moments of it. I'm like, I hate this thing. I hate the album cover too.
Yeah, it's a sample from something else that Kendrick Lamar used. But the fact that Kanye West was going on and on about him being Christian, and now all of a sudden, when it comes to Pete Davidson dating Kim Kardashian, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Dang, my ex-wife is with someone else.
You know that he's dating Julia
Fox.
Fuck
Now,
him.
Oh
from
my
Uncut
God! They
Gems.
keep throwing it. Why are you guys throwing Pete Davidson around? Let him be happy,
Yeah, no,
please.
Kanye West is dating Julia Fox.
Oh,
Kanye West is dating Julia Fox. Mind you, Julia Fox literally said that Kim Kardashian was like an inspirational person to her, which I'm like, did Kanye see that video and say, "Yeah, I want to tap that"?
well, no, because like Kim has always been like this big figure in his life. Let's not. I don't want to talk more about Kanye.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to finish.
Let's talk about Silk Sonic. Let's blast off this album.
Oh my God! You're making these puns actually good for once. Jesus. What
Oh my
happened?
God.
What happened while
Hey,
I went to go get a
told you.
college degree?
I told you. I'm like, no, we're gonna do this show. I'm gonna have fun with it. God damn it.
I can tell.
But yes, blast off. It is a great outro because we kind of get like the chill, doo 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 doo. But also, you know, it's kind of like the ending. So you know,
It's
they make it
soulful.
all
It's beautiful.
extravagant.
That really nice guitar section. I just love this track. This track is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much that can really be said beyond that. You know.
No, honestly, this is a great album. Definitely fun. I never have a bad time listening to this. I've listened to this several times. I absolutely love it. Buy
Grab
it.
that CD.
Spend your hard-earned cash. Spend your money.
Just get a CD single. No, I'm kidding. Grab the whole album. I don't know what the
No,
camera's over
buy
here.
them
I
in
don't know why I'm
individual
pointing over there.
CDs. Take up as much space as you can. Buy them in individual CDs.
This is also my calling to Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Please drop it on cassette. I will absolutely buy it.
I think it already was on cassette.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay, I'd have to look.
Double
into
check their
that.
website.
I'd have to double check if they have it on cassette. I, would
think
totally
they
buy
did.
It.
I think they did at one point.
Oh well. All right. Well, now that we've talked about the happy section.
Hold on, we didn't rate it.
Oh, we didn't rate it. Okay.
9 out of 10. No, 10 out of 10.
You're unhappy that I did not rate the album. Oh, you rated it 10 out of 10.
I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect.
There's part of me that wants to disagree, but there's nothing that I can disagree with you on. That's the problem. It is a great record to me. I would say 10 out of 10. You know what I'm confused about? Have you seen the Neil Drop Neil Drop review of it?
I have not.
Yeah, it's interesting because he clearly didn't understand the album. When I listened to the review, I'm like, oh, you know, I can't tell if they're being serious or they're joking. I'm like, dude, if you don't understand the concept of this album, don't even do a review for this. Like,
damn,
please don't do it.
Harsh.
If you don't understand it, like, there was no reason for you to get on. And the fans were actually rating him with dislikes.
We can't see those anymore.
No. You can with a plugin on your computer.
Yeah, but it's not going to be as accurate now because they switched the way that they did the dislikes.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll just show you what it was before, right?
Yeah, correct. It'll update every night. I don't know how often it updates, but it'll update.
No, it definitely updates like every day at least.
Something
it's not
like
fully accurate.
That's
what
the
I read.
thing, yeah. So,
But yeah. Just
thanks, YouTube.
segueing, just like it was convenient for Gus Johnson to drop a sketch.
It was.
Right
it was
when
so
the
convenient.
dislikes
For
went
him.
away.
I feel like he heard that in the news, was waiting. It happened. He's like, okay, my time to go in.
Okay.
So
I have some things to say about. Let me preference this.
I wanted to throw in my 2 cents.
Okay, throw
real
in your
quick.
2 cents before.
So I wasn't really big on Gus. You kind of started showing me him, and I'm like, nothing's gonna happen to him. Is he gonna get canceled? It's like, what? No, Gus Johnson ain't gonna be canceled. He's a wholesome white boy from Wisconsin. He's perfect. I'm like, nothing's gonna happen, man. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
The whole time, like, yes, Gus.
And you're like, I'll never get over. You're like, you have no idea how lucky these people are to watch him just like fuck around and like this like nearby this fountain. I'm like, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen.
What about a fountain? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
the video of him just like fucking around in the fountain. He's like dancing.
Oh, okay. I barely remember that. I do vaguely remember this. I did say this to you, but that was so long ago in my head.
It was
Where
like
I'm like,
I think
yeah,
it was
I
like,
remember I showed you the pillow guy video, and I thought that was so fucking hilarious. Now it's like if I try and watch that at all, because like, okay, the weird thing about this is if you don't know what we're talking about, Abelina Sabrina came out with a 20-minute video.
It was like 23 minutes, 24 minutes around that time.
Yeah, that's if you're including the unfortunately the sponsor, which she had to do at the time because she got kicked out by Gus and literally. Well, at that point, she had not gone public with that information. That wasn't. It was pretty easy to figure it out for me because the picture she posted of like right there when she like had the I can't remember what kind of pregnancy it was, but it's basically a miscarriage, but like a very complicated version of it where like, the baby's stuck in there. So basically, your body is like what's the word I'm looking for? It's punishing you basically, and you could basically die if that baby doesn't get out of there.
She was internally bleeding for like what 3 days?
It's an ectopic pregnancy, but
something like that. It was really complicated. We'll link Sabrina's video. I'm
gonna try and include all the links she included as well.
Because we're not super knowledgeable on the sector of that. So
yeah. Okay, I just want to preference that if you do watch that video, a majority of it is about her medical situation.
It's not directly about Gus, but
Gus is mentioned not by name in the video, but it's pretty easy to figure out that it's about Gus because of the timeline.
Yeah, timeline and all that.
And so the first bit of information that we got about it is he literally physically was not there very much for her.
He wasn't
emotionally abusive towards her.
She ends up mentioning that she ended up calling him like, "Hey, I'm gonna be at the hospital. Can you please come by?" Like, "No, I can't. It's gonna be work. I got this work-related thing going on." Which, by the way, if you can't drop work to be with your partner when they need you the most, that's fucked up.
What also what's very important about that part is apparently he told her, "Oh, it's a work thing, and we're gonna go out for drinks after," which is like that's kind of fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That you're gonna go out with your friends, and that's really fucked up for me. And it's to assume that he was going out with Eddie, and doing that. So that's kind of fucked up that he was basically lying to his friend about his girlfriend's literally fucking dying in the hospital physically.
And the fact that she had been internally bleeding for 3 days. And
they were just like giving her Tylenol and whatever and all
that
shit.
I don't remember which medical group that she was really calling out,
I'll
but
have to
fuck them.
flash it on the screen. I've actually heard about this company. I cannot. It's something with a K. I can't remember. It's Kaiser or something. Or
I think
something
so.
Like that.
Something.
I'm so probably getting that wrong. But I think probably the most fucked up parts of that we got revealed was that Gus basically told her anybody would have left you by now, when she needed emotional support. Basically, when she had opened up, like, okay, I'm totally going to do the abortion, but, like, what if we keep the baby? He basically told her this would ruin my life and my career and all that shit, which is like,
that's fucked up.
Oh, my God. And then the most fucked up for me is that he makes this crappy apology on Twitter, not even like literally somehow making the apology about him.
I remember you linked that. I did not get a chance to look at that again, but
that's okay. That's not the super important part because that's him being vague. Oh, he's like, oh, I'm gonna refund everybody and I'm gonna take a break, which is like, okay, or whatever. And listen, I'm not saying you can't go to therapy if you need help. That's fine. But, like, don't sit here and try and make the situation about you if you want to be, helpful to that person as well. There's no reason to, like, do that. And then he out of nowhere, in the middle of his quote-unquote break, releases a sketch about people who, like, get burns or whatever, or, get injuries, which is like, dude.
That's really bad.
No,
that's in poor
not
taste.
the time. At all to do this. I don't know why you did that.
Especially considering, Sabrina's video had like maybe come out 2 months ago.
And he still hasn't taken it down. Still not taking it down.
And it was convenient for him when the dislike button came around. So.
Oh, I saw it. It had a lot of dislikes, at least, even if it's not accurate. It had a shit ton.
I figured.
So, but then we go forward after a couple months, and Gus releases, as of yesterday, I believe,
his apology video.
This crappy 4-minute super cut apology video that it feels like something he did a couple years ago where he was literally making fun of YouTubers. Like, he has literally become the enemy that he made fun of, and I am just incredibly disappointed. So first of all, he goes on to like try and claim that, oh no, I'm so sorry, you know. The sincerity in this video, I don't believe. Gus is such a good actor that I just don't believe it.
It's like
I
Logan
don't believe
Paul's
it.
apology after he filmed that body. Like, you can tell he's trying to act sincere, but he's not. There's moments where I'm like, maybe
It's
he's a
even
little
worse to me.
sincere. There's moments like, yeah, he's maybe a little sincere. But then I think he didn't mention his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend by name. He didn't bring up anything that she had mentioned. He was all like, oh, I said some things. We're doing some therapy, which, by the way,
No, I looked into that therapy that he released.
yeah,
A video call therapy is not. It's not really therapy.
especially not from a TikToker.
Oh, yeah.
Let's preface that if they're a TikToker first, then a therapist,
Yeah,
it doesn't
like
count.
a TikTok. That's like saying like, oh, this guy who can talk to. Yeah, like that's crap.
Man, I got my look at this food review. Where's it from? Someone esteemed? No, it's this dude from TikTok. Oh,
But I think the most part that I really disliked the most is the fact that he kept claiming he was apologizing to his partner. Like, okay, bro, listen, the cat's out of the bag. You just gotta call her Sabrina. We all know it was Abelina.
didn't mention his name, but that's for a
But
good
the
reason.
cat is out of the bag. We all
That
know
was-
it's Gus now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if we know it's you, you just need to directly.
Apologize.
No, this is terrible. Like making a 4-minute supercut
I
video.
don't know if you've ever seen the Bobby Burns video on apologies on YouTube apologies. Yeah,
I think I have actually.
I can link it to you
Long time
again. I can link it to you again. It's really good. It's basically a to-do list of what not to do.
Which is everything that Gus literally did in this video.
He didn't turn the camera on or off, so I'll give him points for that. But aside from that,
No, he's not doing the stereotypical shit, but like.
still not good. I don't think there's ever been
the difference between like his video and Sabrina's is like, obviously, I want you to cut the video if you like feel that you need to take a second to breathe, if you like are really emotionally crying. Obviously,
except
if you're-
Sabrina's was almost all in one take.
because I can tell there are parts where she had to stop, which is like, yes, you are telling your story about this is very hard for you to do this, of literally almost dying because you were pregnant, you didn't want to be pregnant. Literally, the medical workers were not believing you, which is bullshit. That they shouldn't have done that. And because California's medical system is fucked up, you have to like beg the fucking government to give you a fucking abortion, which is really sad that you have to do that, considering it's such a blue state. Like, what the fuck, dude?
And also, none of this was really her choice. She never really got a say in it. She had to do like a really last minute life saving procedure while she was doped up. And they flat out told her,
telling her, "Oh yeah, you could die. You have to sign these waivers."
They flat out told her, "You may not make it." And that's even more depressing that she didn't have anyone to rely on. She couldn't rely on her mom, her sister.
Oh yeah, that brings me to another point. Gus would literally be there, physically in the doctor's room after these visits, after she had gone through all this traumatic shit, claiming that he would. Oh my god, he would literally just like, oh no, she's like over exaggerating. Like, what kind of person goes in there after somebody's opening up to the doctor about all these struggles and claims, oh, she's exaggerating? What kind of person are you, dude? Like, I don't understand that.
It is really fucked up. I know you have a little bit more.
There is one more other point that mainly really bugged me about the apology video. The biggest thing that bugged me about it is he claims, oh, I said a bunch of silly stuff, back then. Like, the way he said that, I'm like, dude,
You literally told your ex-girlfriend anyone would have left you by now. That is fucked up. You can say it's all a dark, stupid, edgy joke, but at the end of the day, you put that out there at her lowest point in her life, when she was struggling the most, when she needed you the most. You just made that comment. The fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, emotionally abusing somebody, I don't care what you say, dude. Like,
It's still emotional
it's
abuse.
It's not
Okay.
That's not silly, and just because you went to therapy for yourself doesn't make the situation correct. You should literally physically apologize. Like, dude, that's fucked up,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any more to say, I don't want to spend any more time talking about this fucking goofy dude.
Yeah.
He's just, what you guys can do for me? please go subscribe to Sabrina. Go support her channel.
She makes really nice content. She's really nice. It is a shame that the first real video I ended up watching was her talking about what she was dealing with, as opposed to something that she wanted to put out there with a lot of time and effort. But still go out and support her.
At least she got the dog in the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's the happy story of this.
Absolutely. I do want to.
You gotta end it with a laugh.
I gotta end off with a high note too. Your birthday was on Saturday.
Are you actually gonna grab the gift? Or
Yeah, I got it. I got it right here.
This is gonna be a weird transition.
This is.
Yes. We've discussed like emotional abuse and all this shit.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Gifts.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to wrap it, so it's just in a Walmart bag. I'm not
give
poor.
Me the gift.
I just didn't have enough time.
Give me the gift,
I
please.
got you a little.
Oh no, it's a vinyl record.
I got you a little anti-static thing, and I got you a little protector for it too.
You got me one of the best. Oh my god, how do you? I think I understand how you're supposed to say the Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. It's one of the two.
I got you a little insert from my stuff. So yeah, you got a little anti-static disc.
Desperately
trying to do it with one hand.
This. They really packaged it.
Hold on, I should have done like a Nardwar thing.
Woo!
I have a gift for you. The Shang-Chi vinyl.
God, yeah, I do, dude. If you haven't seen that movie though,
Take the other pieces of plastic off.
Yeah, let's take the plastic off. Actually, dude. If you haven't, if you haven't seen that movie, we're figuring the show out. Okay,
we are.
Don't give me a hard time. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. For
no
the gift.
problem. Happy belated birthday.
We're scratching out of here. We'll talk to you later.
Have fun.
Go support Silk Sonic out there.
Go support Sabrina. Dislike bomb Gus Johnson.
No, don't even click on his videos anymore. Don't even.
You don't want that in your history.
And also, don't support Call Me Carson because people are blindly supporting him as well. I just wanted to advocate.
God,
for
that
too.
one hurt. That one hurt for me. That was my Gus Johnson.
I know, isn't it like the full circle of
we
white
come
boys
around
being taken down?
White boys are toxic.
Oh my God! All right, these two gentlemen, we are saying goodbye. We will see you later. Peace.
Love with your heart. Use your brain for everything else.
All right, we're back.
Captain Disillusion.